off in the distance, probably from your point of view, Stolas, probably from or about give me an investigation check.
Well, my question would be, would this blinking be, consistent, or would it be, like, erratic?
Yeah, like, is this blinking seem like it's real?
Yes.
Because West is directly back into the haunted lands.
Yeah, that's true. From your investigation, Stolas, and before I answer, are you telling? Would you alert Vandal?
I mean, it'd depend on what it is that I see.
Sure, and Vandal, I'll give you, with your perception of 20, I'll give you that you would pick it up as well. Let's see.
Music is dope. Gotta turn it down a little bit though.
All right, I'm gonna whisper to each of you.
Oh god, we're all gonna die.
That's dependent upon what you guys do with the information.
Notice he didn't say no.
All right.
I'm still typing mine out.
Yes, sorry.
Okay. It's all good. I was just curious.
I'm sorry that I just realized that came from Zin. But that's me.
Oh, it's okay.
And then Vandal, and type in yours.
I guess I could ask it out loud. Does it seem familiar in any aspects?
It. I hate that. Roll an Arcana check.
11.
Unfortunately, it doesn't.
Okay. Stolas pays no mind to it. It's in the bad direction. We're going in the good direction.
Follow-up question. So is it
Yeah,
coming
There we go.
towards us?
that's the rest of your Whisper, Vandal. And no, it is not approaching you. From what you see, it is stationary. However, as you guys are continuing to move forward on the, as you crest a dune, and then you move downward on the slope of the dune, as moonlight and starlight bounce off, you see not only is it stationary, but you actually from where you are, Vandal, you're able to see just a little bit more. And unfortunately, it doesn't ring a bell. Goodness, both of you rolled 11s. That's unfortunate. Not anything that you have ever come across before, or nothing you can gather from your studies, Vandal. Neither you, Stolos. What are you guys doing?
Keep pressing on, pressing forward.
Continue moving forward.
I mean, unless Vandal wants to do something, but that's Stolas' plan.
Okay.
Well, I'd probably make sure the driver is able to avoid it.
If it's to the west and we're not going that direction, I have no problems avoiding it. He's also blissfully unaware of its existence.
True.
That's what I'm saying. I'm making it somewhat aware of it. It's like there's something weird going on over the cross that way, and might want to stay clear of it. Considering it's in the the haunted lands, yeah.
William just kind of looks at it, looks at you with his brow furrowed.
Be really hard to accidentally into that.
Oh, William, look out!
Watch out for that rock. Never mind.
All right. As you continue moving forward, the wind continues whipping past you. If there's anything that you would like to discuss as you continue to keep an eye out, I'm going to hand over the reins to you guys.
I already had the reins.
Well played.
I think the majority of us have reins right now. Except for, like, the people in the wagon.
They were all at my mercy. I mean,
All it takes is 3 quick seconds for me to send this carriage right off the cliff.
But you and Princess Palatina gonna be just fine, right?
Oh, yeah. Nothing could ever kill Princess Palatina.
poor bird's a male getting called princess, and he loves it. I mean, wait, what?
I'm still in the wagon, so we wouldn't do anything. Don't worry.
Well, we have Lady Palatina, Glenda, Jenna, Stefan, Gregory, Christian, and Courtney Sven.
Courtney Sven, she's the trashy one.
I mean, what did Vandal name her? 47? Courtney Sven.
Experiment.
I think, for the most part, I mean, Stolas isn't going to have anything to talk about at the moment.
I mean, Zin will yell down because I'm sure are we making full pace right now? Or are we still just like at a nice 80% or what? Are we full tilt?
I think we're still our usual pace.
Yeah.
I think we calculated that that we should be at the base of the mountain at 6 a.m.
So what's the plan? Are we just gonna get there and just drop her off and leave? Should we kind of check this place out first? Kind of yelling down from the top of the canvas down to William, who would be the most exposed at the reins of the Sandstriders.
William kind of nod.
I have no intentions of simply just abandoning her as one would deliver a parcel.
So we're in agreement. We hang out for a while, make sure that this is a viable option.
I'll not hold anyone else to staying, but I definitely intend to.
Yeah, Zen will tap the wagon frame a couple times, kind of like in an affirmative, and just slinks back up on the top. We're in travel mode. No need for too much chit chat. People might start asking questions about things, and not everybody wants that right now. I don't want that right now. By this point, Zen is also already transformed back into normal Zen. Because how many?
A little targeted.
What? No. What? I'm hurt. You would say such a thing.
Oh, so it was definitely targeted.
It's just a little targeted. I mean, wait, what?
Uh-huh.
get it now.
At daybreak, we send somebody a message.
You didn't come through that clear.
Sorry. I said we should probably send Nadia's a message when we get there or in the morning.
Yeah, that's not a terrible idea.
All right. Then as you continue northward, passing by what little wildlife would dare show itself, seeing the blackened, charred sand, the strange mixture of the normal desert sand and of the great anvil, and the indications of the haunted lands that are just to the west of you. Remaining vigilant, you continue moving forward, the wind whipping through your hair, through fur, upon skin, through the canopy of the wagon. You hear the sound of the as the canopy responds to the whipping of the wind, and you hear the rhythmic beat of the sandstriders as their padded, clawed feet hit upon the impacted sand, cresting dunes and moving the wagon forward. You remain, for the most part, silent. The weight of the journey, what has already transpired, and still what is yet to come, causing much introspection. And overhead, the sky turns slowly. You watch as the twin moons begin their descent and continue forward. And then you watch as the first inklings of the sun begins to rise. The feel begins to shift. And the sunlight begins to crest over the horizon, bringing with it the promise of the intense heat the great anvil is known for. What are you guys doing?
As the heat is rising, do we know how much further we have to go before we are out of the desert proper?
Roll a survival check.
Because I believe there's also a patch of vegetation that we could potentially set up camp at. If I could give William advantage with that.
Absolutely.
I definitely need it because it's not my strong suit. Hey, we take those.
Let's go.
Yeah, very nice. 18. Yeah, you would gather from where you currently are, and then as you look on the map, you would gather that you are about to the. Hold on really quick. I apologize.
All good.
Who's trying to kiss me?
So at 6 a.m. we'd be about there.
That is correct. So you would gather that you would be about maybe 30 minutes
Who's trying to
travel.
kiss me?
Just about
Hey,
20
Dada.
miles.
Hey, Dada.
Kind of southward, southeastward, in order to get away from
Hey,
the
Dada.
actual desert proper.
Hey, Dada.
And
I
then
would-
about half a day's travel in order to get onto the actual mountainous terrain itself.
I
So
would.
you're looking at about 60 miles.
William would definitely advocate for. Like, what time is it currently?
It
Is
is
it- is it-
currently. So you guys have actually made it to about right here.
So it is like about 6.
Yeah, it's about 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then in that case, William would, because if that's the case, we'd probably have a slight either elevation advantage or deficit where we could probably see the trees in the distance.
Oh yes, you absolutely can. And
Yeah, so-
the weather itself has changed. You're feeling a coastal breeze come in.
So William's going to definitely advocate for extending our travel that direction a ways to get away from the oppressive heat. Maybe take a short
southward?
rest and
Or westward. I'm sorry, eastward.
eastward.
All right. Hearing that, what do you guys do? Can you role play that out for us, William?
All right. As William kind of looks, takes a deep breath in, catching that little hint of coolness of that coastal breeze. It's not a full sensation, but that tantalizing tease of cool clashing against the heat as he points, gesturing to the east as he goes,
I definitely feel we need to take a rest over in that direction and get an opportunity to cool ourselves before we consider where exactly we wish to continue.
I'd say we push just a little further and find that water. Usually where there's green, there's water.
I would have to agree.
Any objectors?
None from me. Water sounds great right now.
I mean, above game, we do have those endless decanters.
Oh yeah, I'm
Those
not
endless
talking
water
about
skins.
drink. Talking about to bathe.
That is hella valid because the last
Mine is
bath
for a
any of
long
us had
rest.
was
Shared.
Ooh, yes.
Yo, there was nothing wrong with that bucket or that barrel. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I mean, he was bathed just fine, you know, dunked him like a damn donut.
One of the best
Unfortunately-
baths I've had in years.
I was gonna say you could probably omit the best part. One of the baths you've had in years.
But yeah, I guess we head in that direction.
All right. Then, as you guys begin to divert westward, go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
As we're riding, he's going to be talking soothingly to the birds, trying to coax them just a little further.
Get yourself hurt. Stop it.
Trying to. He doesn't know if they actually understand any of the words he's saying, but he's hoping between, a steady tone and the vocalized promises of refreshing water in their near future might help them do what he wants them to do just a little longer.
Beautiful.
Would I, by chance, have advantage with that?
Unfortunately, not.
Hey, gotta ask.
I like it. I like it.
Miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Don't worry,
Very
Lady
true.
Palatino, we'll get there soon, and I'm gonna cast guidance on myself. Fuck.
Because a phrase that my boss has on the walls in his office that I adore. Shy Baron's getting out.
Right now, I'm just picturing Zin on top of the wagon, just screeching monkey noises, like banging up and down, like trying to fucking make them go in a certain direction.
I mean, do I need to roll an animal handling riding the cart?
No.
Roll an athletics for how well I hold on.
Well, William actually did a pretty good check, so it's not going to be.
I'm
not
about
gonna be
that
too
life.
rough. Yeah.
Actually, technically, it'd possibly be a land vehicles check, but I got proficiency with that too.
There you go. Who is Sandstrider?
No idea.
Yeah, I gave you guys. I actually created the creatures in your journal, so you guys should be able to get or see that.
Oh yeah, see their
However-
stats and everything.
Yep.
Neat.
However, as you guys begin to divert westward, you feel the gentle breeze and reprieve of a reprieve from what you've known this whole time from the sun's just beating down upon your skin, upon your fur. You feel the coastal breeze begin to set in. The slight scent of foliage and of the flora and fauna that you're beginning to see sprout up around you, where there was barren landscape and dead and dried foliage in the Great Anvil prior. There's now spurts of fresh growth, inklings of life and the promise of life, as you continue moving forward and continue pressing the birds in, even after the long journey that they've already been on with you so far, through the night, with the sun now crusting upward. you begin to feel a slight sluggishness in their response. You can tell that they are tired. However, they continue pressing on and they continue moving you forward. You hear the sound of the creaking of the wheels under gives way to a little bit more of solid footing as the density in the sand has shifted just a bit. You can tell that there's a response to some semblance of water near. About how long are you going to continue moving forward? Just enough to find the water?
I want to get us in range of the water so that we can bathe, let the birds actually enjoy some water, because it's been a few days since the last river.
Sorry.
Okay.
Last time the density of the sand changed.
But no more than like a half an hour tops. If we could just make our way skirting the green, because we turned westward, right? Or more towards the north, you were saying? Or we're not going through the forest?
You're going more west. You're going a little bit, you're diverting just a little bit northwestward toward as you look on the map, you see that representation of the river that runs through. And so you would divert just a little bit more as you get closer to, trying to get closer to the foliage and the river itself. At this point, the sun has fully breached the horizon, and you know, with it rises like a smoldering coin.
Who adds the map right now?
I believe William does.
Who has the what?
The map.
I don't believe William has the map at all.
I thought you
Stolas
had
has it actually.
Oh,
So Stolas is kind of riding alongside the cart.
And clinging to his bird, holding tight.
Yeah.
Well, I'd
And now
ask
I'm-
Solus for the map, because I want to take a quick bearing of it with a compass and, get us on the exact track.
All right, who here is familiar with the Brendan Fraser movie, The Mummy?
Yes.
Yep.
The scene when they're riding the camels and the brother has his camel freak out and just bolt ahead as he's clinging to it, going the whole time, or was it Evie's camel? Anyway, one of the camels bolts, and that's what I pictured with Stolas with that animal handling check.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I'd pass the map over.
So, investigation, I guess, or survival?
What are you trying to do?
Read the map and use a compass to actually point us in the exact direction.
Yes, survival.
Come on, big numbers.
Stolas cocks an eyebrow. Vandal, why are you holding the map upside down?
Because I seen Zin do it the other day, and I thought that's the way it was meant to look.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't make heads or tails of where you are. And though the compass is pointing you north, you're unsure of how the map is supposed to be read. And yeah, holding it upside down, following Zin's footsteps.
Well, that's how I seen him. That's how, because he did say like, "Oh, I'm familiar with it." So yeah, that's how I was taught. So I'm blaming Zin.
It's like a Facebook meme. Only 20% of people can read this upside down.
Oh gosh.
Just go fuck yourself.
but I think we continue pushing until we hit water.
Or die trying.
Pretty much. We only got 2 options either way.
All right. Well, then, as you continue pushing forward, you press forward, guiding your Sandstriders and wagon along a narrowing band of hardened earth, where the sands begin to give way to scraggly shrubs and low thorny bushes. The air smells different here, loamy, earthy, laced with the barest hint of wet stone. To the east, jagged outcroppings of dark rock begin to emerge from the ground like the broken bones of some long dead titan. Beneath them, the terrain dips slightly and the sand there holds a deeper color, damp, shaded, and as you look at it, heavy with promise. Bird calls begin to replace the mournful cries of the desert winds. A scarlet-winged kite wheels lazily overhead. A small fox darts between the bush and disappears before you can mark its trail. And as you move forward about 45 minutes in, you hear it. Faint, distant, but unmistakable. The sound of running water. A soft trickle, threading its way through stone and sand. As you crest a gentle slope, you see it. A silver ribbon winding through the land ahead, flanked by clusters of tall grass and green-bladed reeds. The river is narrow here, but it flows clear and cold from the foothills of the World Pillar Mountains, shimmering beneath the light of the still rising sun. This place is a crossroads, where desert ends and life begins again. You found the river. And this is what you guys see.
Also, did anybody else hear that chocobo noise, or was that just me?
I didn't hear it. Must be just in your head. You're going crazy.
I'm going to try that again.
The river here lazily runs through, carving through the land. To the left of you, the World Pillar Mountains break and rise up in scraggly clawed peaks, as though they are reaching for the skies above. The sun continues to rise overhead, and green foliage sprouts up haphazardly, randomly through the places. The trees stand tall, and the scent of water, brisk, fills your nostrils. What are you guys doing?
Is there an area that looks like it'd be a good shaded spot for the day?
Yeah, you actually spot quite a few. Pushed up against overhang of brushes as they reach, trying to creep towards the river itself. You spot, I won't even have you roll a survival check for that. You spot quite a few different places that you think would be good to find shelter and shade.
Willie dear, could you please park the caravan?
I love it, Willie.
He grits his teeth every time. Every time. And he just kind of glowers at you as he rides by.
Oh, because you asked so nicely, Stoly Woly.
Oh, thank you. You're such a peach.
I didn't know you guys were so close.
He just growls a little bit as he goes to parks the wagon, and he's gonna take the birds down to the river.
And Stolas will head over to where William parks and is going to be occupied for the next 10 minutes as he begins to cast hallucinatory terrain.
Good thing that you were doing that, because if you came down to the river, I was going to have to ask you to engage in a grapple check.
Oh, you're gonna wrestle me in the stream? I didn't know that was your kink.
No, he was just going to dunk you like you're Zen. I mean, like a donut.
Vandal, what are you doing?
I'll be setting up a little Tinker's area, so I'll be putting it towards everybody. Like, do they want any of their stuff, tinkered with, or fixed, or repaired?
Okay. Zin,
Yes,
what are you doing?
as soon as the cart even gets close to the water, Zin is going to be jumping off and straight into the water.
You're probably not going to be able to make the jump straight into it, but you'll probably hit the ground running.
Exactly. I'll hit the bank and then jump straight in with abandon.
Okay. You watch as each of you watch as Zin jumps off the canopy of the wagon, the top of the wagon, and as you run and jump, the water itself, as you finally land in, it's not incredibly deep, at least here. However, it is refreshing and cool, and it is clear. And on your fur as it wets your body,
Bless
the
you.
feel is so refreshing. Having spent the last 5 days cresting towards 6 days in the desert, the harsh beat of the sun, the dry air as it whipped past you, has done a number on your skin and your furs and now as the water replenishes and brings the promise of vitality, you bask in it, and then it feels like heaven. William, what are you doing?
Again, I'm basically babysitting the birds.
Okay.
And
Mia.
probably
Vandal's workshop. Okay.
probably taking a bit of a. I'm not like in the water, but I probably am occasionally scooping up a bit of the water and splashing it across my face.
Come on off in the water.
It's cool to your skin. Refreshing. As it drips down your cheeks and a bit of it drips down your neck into the undergarments under your armor, William. It is. There's a slight shiver down your spine, and it is
Good stuff.
yes. Are you guys unlatching the birds from the wagon?
Yeah, that's what I did. I took the 4 birds on the wagon. I've taken them to the water.
Perfect. Yeah, you watch as they wade in and immediately begin drinking, lapping up the water. one of them actually kind of sits down in it and then begins to cool their feathers off, and you watch as they turn their neck and begins to lap water onto their back, and then you watch as the body shivers and the feathers shiver off, and a bit of the droplets, very like a dog fashion, shivers and shakes, and then you watch as it stands up and begins drinking from the stream. As your aura extends forth, William, nothing is picked up from it. Absolutely. Mia, what are you doing? You're muted if you're talking.
So she actually did pick up a shift.
Oh,
But
okay.
she's got the earbuds in. She is listening, but I think at this point in time, I think she's actively clocking in and doing the shift exchange.
Gotcha. Okay, no worries. Nyx, what are you doing?
So as soon as we had stopped, she had gotten off and left her bag on the dirt and is just resting in the water now. Just cooling off.
Yeah. You feel the refreshing effects of the cool water as it hits your fur, your clothing, your skin. The time is now about 8 o'clock. The sun has risen higher. What is everyone doing?
After about like 10 minutes, you'll all see as these little sparkle of lights begin to shine and fill up the area as you watch as they begin to solidify and turn the same type of earthy brown as the nearby mountainside as they kind of begin to accumulate in, and you see a like rocky outcropping appear where our cart is. It's gonna be big enough so we can set up camp.
Nice.
Nice.
And you'll hear a yawn as he goes, "Alright, well, if that's all for now and the birds are well taken care of, I propose we take a rest, because I am tapped."
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Who's gonna get first watch? Not it.
I guess
William kind of sits.
Is there raises a hand from the river?
Yeah, Zin said this while he is like actively trying to find the deepest spot to float in, and he's just like patting the water as he like floats by, like maybe even just spitting a little bit out like a fountain.
Especially with all those animated things you guys have been posting lately, I can visualize it completely.
You're still in William voice.
yeah, the laugh in William voice was just perfect.
It was
great.
Beautiful.
Well, that would have been William's response to seeing Zin float by. Is
So beautiful.
Oh, for first watch, I have William and then
Anybody joining him for first watch?
I wouldn't mind. I can do that.
Nyx?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm writing this down. First watch. Nyx, okay. So are we doing it like you guys did last time, which was or it was 3 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours?
Yeah. So everybody gets a good long, good rest.
Yep. So first watch will be 3 hours.
And Zin always goes last.
Okay. Second watch.
And thankfully, we're close enough to the river that I can give him another bath if he needs to wake up. I'll fucking do it again.
I'll do it. You might have to.
Stolas can take fourth watch
Fourth watch?
as well. Yeah.
Okay, so Zin and Stolas.
Okay, we're good now.
Welcome back.
Sean was right.
Yep. Called it. Good.
Well, when she wasn't responding, I looked at the clock and I was like, "Oh, she's punching in."
Baby.
Yep.
Got a guitar.
Alright, so Ren and Sarek will take second watch.
That leaves Mia and Vandal for third.
Yep.
Well, I'd be doing tinkering all the way.
Okay.
Making cool stuff for everybody.
Okay.
Man, I'm never gonna take watch with William.
Aww.
Sorry, I thought I muted.
You're okay. Okay.
Well-
Alright, so
William does that somewhat intentional because he wants to make sure he's vigilant on watch.
Oh,
I like it.
that makes sense.
He doesn't trust himself to not be distracted if he's on watch with Mia.
That is awesome.
We'll just talk so much. Okay, so
Alright,
what time of day
so-
is it now?
It's about 8:15.
Okay, and then how far away did we say we were again?
What do you mean?
From the final destination.
You guys haven't discussed that yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That's someone said something about it.
You're good. You can bring that up. You can ask. Absolutely roleplay that.
Okay.
If you would like to.
Sure. Yeah. How about here? Wait, I'm guessing Vandal has a map. Okay. Yeah. Are we to when we get there?
He asks to the party at large.
Yep.
I'll take a relation like Vandal or William.
Let's see.
Also, just because of Mia, I can do this, can't I?
Would William have any frame of reference with that survival check on how many more days of travel we might be especially now that we might be able to push on a little bit better without the fear of intense heat wrecking our existence.
Yeah, William, as you look at the map and then you look at the mountains that are now that you're close to, guessing, trying to find a path, especially with the wagon, to scale the mountains and climb up, especially not really knowing where you're going. You gather it's going to be about another 10 days, depending on where you are going, especially given that you gather it could be longer, given that you guys do not know where the Monastery of the Seven Rays is located.
I have a question.
Yes.
Hypothetically, am I able to climb those palm trees?
Yeah, you can certainly try, absolutely.
Okay. I want to climb up there and sort of like look around. I want to see the area that we're in. And anything that might be helpful, whether that's like a...
Oh,
Oh,
sorry. I just thought of something.
Excuse me.
but yes, I would like to climb up there.
All right, as you try to scrabble up one of the palm trees, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Oh, never mind.
Zin will actively chuckle from the water. Zin chuckles as he sees you try and scurry up the tree, and I'm sitting there floating, monkey man.
Can I?
You need some help over there?
Yes, please.
Zin will stand up from the water and start walking his way towards you.
You know, for a rat, it's really hard to climb things sometimes.
I don't know that issue.
Well, lucky you, huh? Lucky you.
Sure. And he just grabs onto the tree and with all fours and just pretty much just starts hurling himself up.
Are you leaving me on the ground?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna help.
I don't know what you need. I just know you need to climb a tree, and that's what Zin does. So
he doesn't realize that you were climbing the tree to put yourself in the tree. He thought you were trying to get something out of the tree. So he's up there now. He's looking around.
He gets towards like the base of the palm tree where like it gets all, spiky or whatever. He looks down. So what do you need up here?
Myself. I need myself up there.
And he makes his way down.
Pretty please.
He'll bend down for her to jump onto his back, piggyback. But while she's doing so, he'll tell her, "Now, if you pull out a patch of my hair, I'm dropping you. I hope you know that."
I wouldn't risk it.
I would hope not. It's a pretty big fall. How tall is the tree?
Considerable.
Yeah, it's about 30 to 40 feet in the air.
And then Zin, having Nyx yank him by the neck or wear him like a backpack, will again climb the tree. Not as easily this time because he's carrying somebody, but very just kind of nonchalantly.
Awesome.
And we get up towards the top because you can't really get to the top of a palm tree, but we're up there.
Yes.
Do we still see the flashing lights in the sky? Is that like a little bit?
No, that was in the desert in the haunted lands.
Okay.
Good question though. So you get to the top as you are clinging on to Zin, Nix. What are you doing?
I'm peering out, sort of like swiveling my head around, trying to see if there's anything that might be worthy to note in our general area. Is there anything that I can roll for that?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
What is with my rolls today?
You
Can I assist her? Since
yes,
we're up
yes.
there together, can I assist her and give her advantage?
Yeah, you absolutely can. She needs it.
Yeah.
So sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
It's a team.
He's sitting there in the tree screaming, "Help me! Help me!" Not gonna finish that.
Yeah, with what you see.
Everyone went silent.
So before I answer, was there anything specific that you were looking for, Nix and Zin, or is it some? Oh my gosh! I actually just realized your guys' name is a palindrome. It's the same backwards
Oh
and
my
forwards
God.
for each of you.
Well, except
Why do you think I'm always getting a bit fucking confused?
except for the fact that written out, one's got an I, the other one's got a Y. It's almost a perfect palindrome, though.
But the thing is, though, like, in my head, they both sound the same.
The funny thing is, though, Nyx is from Nyx, but Nyx is from Nyx with an I.
And William and Mia also have like the backwards thing.
Oh yeah, William, Mia, yep.
Anything that might be nearby, whether that could be like possibly people, maybe if we need to be quiet, or any buildings nearby or paths. Anything that could be helpful with what we need right now.
I'm looking for anything that might be standing out, like a glinting. You might see water or metal, or anybody looking for us. Birds over a body. Just anything that might just stand out in the desert.
All right, perfect. So, to the northwest, the World Pillar Mountains loom larger now than ever. Jagged titans of gray and jade rising from the sand. Their snowy tips catch the sunlight, casting long, far-reaching shadows across the lower ridgelines. Between the mountains and you, as you are on the near the top of this palm tree, you're roughly about 50 feet in the air. As far as what you can climb, what's climbable, You see a winding ravine which cuts through the desert like a scar. Dry and cracked, but filled with signs of an ancient runoff. The earth around its edges look unsettled. To the east, the jungle begins to assert itself more boldly. You can see, as you are in the air now, you can see its true nature: thick canopies, gnarled roots pushing up through the soil, and vines hanging like nooses from tall foreign trees. A distant plume of mist rises deeper within, a possible waterfall or something else, but you can't be certain. There's movement there too. You do see something huge moving just under the cover of the trees, but it doesn't emerge. To the south, your own tracks stretch out like fading memories across the sands. Following your own trail reveals where you came from, marked now by patches of disturbed sand. But beyond that, nothing. The wind has already begun to reclaim your footprints for the most part, the desert erasing them. To the west, heat shimmer dances across the dunes. A hawk circles lazily overhead, and for a brief moment it freezes in mid-flight, not physically, but just caught in a brush of wind. But nothing concerns you.
Nothing so important that I would want to go and get it. I, instead, would like to sleep. So I'm going to talk to Nyx. Do you see anything worth going after?
Not worth going after, but worth keeping an eye out for. That thing, the one that you were saying. And maybe the waterfall?
Excuse me. It would be nice to see, but I don't think we're going that way. We're gonna head, north after this? I think we follow the river, and then we start climbing. I don't think this mission's gonna be a cakewalk. We still got a lot to do.
I agree. In the off chance, waterfalls might be good for cover in case anything does happen.
Yeah, let's tell the group about it, but let's climb down for now. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and slowly start hand over hand and foot over foot tracking us down.
And where is William on watch at the moment?
As soon as the birds are done, I brought them back to the camp and kind of corralled them, basically in a where they can all rest together. And then he's kind of shifting about, finding a spot to sit and keep watch for a little while, for 10-15 minutes, and then patrolling to a new spot and just kind of keeping himself on the move, at alert, at the ready.
I'm going to turn to Zin and point over at William and say, we should go talk to him first.
You go for it. I'm gonna start my rest. And he stretches really high after dropping you off, and you'll see him pretty much go about 5-10 feet past one of the palm trees and find a bush and pretty much lay down.
And William's going to clock which bush you're in. just because of the off chance that he needs to get woken up to get you woken up.
And Nick
Yep.
is going to walk up to William. I'm still looking around, but more focused on you now. And you're gonna look up and say, "Seen anything yet?"
I don't know, Mr. DM, have I seen anything yet?
All right, the two of you give me
No.
a perception check.
No, I have not seen shit.
I feel it. I feel it. If we're looking around together, is that a possibility to fish for advantage, even though I'm not getting much?
It's not gonna matter.
Not much.
You rolled a 14. You've already beaten me out.
Yeah, there you go.
If you've got inspirations, you
Big
can use
money.
them.
Hey, we stacking those things up.
I've only got the one. I think I'm gonna save it for a critical saving throw at some point.
Yeah.
I'm at max.
I've been blowing through them. Okay.
I gotta start doing that. Can't get any more. What are you gonna do with them? You're just saving them for a rainy day?
Right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Tirvin.
The whole point is to collect and see how many you would have had at the end of the campaign.
Can't help it. I'm 3 loot goblins stacked on top of each other in a trench coat.
Yeah. As the party settles into uneasy slumber beneath makeshift shade, the sun is fully risen now, casting a golden glow over the riverbank. Though the trees and rocks offer partial shelter, there's still heat that presses in. You enjoy the steady trickle of the river nearby, soothing at first, but after an hour it begins to sound, begins to draw you. Sleep, exhaustion begins to settle in. And you guys see nothing. Nothing catches your tired eyes, your tired sight. A gust of wind here. Your focus, William, is not there today during this watch, and you find yourself unfortunately being lulled to sleep every now and then by the steady trickle, the steady burble of the river as it gently...
That is part of why he keeps shifting his positions and pacing.
Should have done watch with me. I should have kept you awake.
Or she would have put him to sleep.
Or do it with Ren. She'll
I-
keep you right
As
there.
I would like to ask, would Nyx by chance have any parchment and or writing stuffs that Willie might be able to borrow?
Is William asking that to her, or?
Actually, yeah. As he's kind of pacing the first like.
Randall would literally have a shrew of items in front of him, like paper and ink and all, and he just looks at you like, what is he asking her for?
Well, like, because he's pacing around and he's kind of interacting with Nyx, trying to keep himself from dozing. He kind of pauses and he turns and he goes,
But you would have to have anything I might be able to write on and with.
And he trails off as his gaze kind of shifts over to Vandal, and he kind of purses his lips and he goes,
Right, I should have thought.
at that point, he's going to stride over to Vandal and go,
Be able to part with a parchment and ink and quill.
At this point, Vandal would be like going crazy and tinkering something. Also, John, did you read my whisper?
I did.
I'd let you decide which one. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Roll 1d4.
Oh, the flashbacks.
Don't turn into a stone cat.
And then walk into a moonbeam.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. So William, last session, or last campaign, Vandal, he was a dwarf and he would turn himself into different creatures, and we would have him roll to decide what he actually would become, and he and yes, I'll do that right now.
During battle, he would roll.
Not by fucking choice. Like, this was a curse type of thing.
Yes.
They were turned to, what was it, a cow one time?
Yeah.
Cow, chicken.
Yes.
I think there's
But
a
this-
couple more.
This particular one, it was against one of the main bosses in the campaign, and in like his first form, and they were like mid fight, and Vandal on accident turned into a cat, and then he would determine which way he would go based on a d6 roll, and he ended up jumping into the moonbeam, and because he only had like 2 HP, it killed him. And so...
Laser pointer! It's laser pointer!
Well, I mean, if it was a polymorph, wouldn't it have technically like reverted his form?
It wasn't a polymorph, it was a curse.
Oh, yeah.
It was a trick
He
to
was like a
curse.
rift on a rune knight, and he would have
Yeah.
he set up his like own negative effects because his runes were a little bit better than normal runes, but they always came with a negative effect. So it was there was a lot of times where he's like, "Boom! I've got this power," and chicken or cat or whatever. He's falling off a cliff as a goat, and it's like, what are you doing, Vandal?
Or my favorite instance, when we're all at the bottom of the ocean, he decides to throw an earthquake rune.
Oh my god!
Because that won't have significant impact on the local
Literally
ecosystem
almost-
and our lives.
We're
Literally
only in
almost
like a
killed the
bubble.
entire party. Yep.
Yeah.
Wasn't there one where someone turned into like an iron chicken as well, or something like that?
No,
Chicken? Oh, I don't think so. No.
I don't recall
There's
an iron chicken.
Not an iron chicken. There was like a chicken, and I thought somebody almost died.
That would be me.
Yeah. But yeah, so you guys make it through. Vandal, are you staying awake for the next shift?
For the next 4 hours, I'll be working on said item.
All right.
I was-
Constitution
I-
saving throw is gonna get higher.
I wasn't
DC's gonna be
done
higher.
role playing the watch though.
No. Yeah, I just wanted to know what he was doing. But please, William, continue.
And
My
does Vandal relinquish some parchment and writing tools?
You'd sort of just look up at you with an annoying look while he's, mid welding something, and he's just like, what the hell? Just take.
if he didn't say or do anything, he would have absconded with it. And regardless, you see, a couple of silver pieces on your little workbench.
What's up, the voice on?
I was still in William voice. Sorry.
Yep.
So yeah, you see a couple of silver coins remaining behind.
In my head, I'd be like, shit, fucking paper's that much?
Well, no, he's compensating you for the convenience of you having it, as he takes a couple sheets of paper, like I don't know, 3 or 4, whatever, and inkwell and a quill to write in.
Oh, there you go. How many sheets are you knocking off there?
Yeah, there's just. Oh, you've only got 4 sheets of paper? Then he's not going to take all 4. He'd just take 2.
And I'll remove the inkwell as well. Well, the ink pen.
Pen? Okay. And so, as he walks away from Vandal, he kind of notices Nyx has been kind of following him and kind of struggling because, if I'm not mistaken, Nyx's movement speed is 25, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
At that point, he goes.
Nothing.
He kind of pauses for a moment, contemplating. He goes,
I love
You
it.
wouldn't take offense to me offering you a ride on my shoulder, would you?
Nyx thinks for a moment and then shakes her head. Not at all. Not at all.
At that point, he would kneel down and offer a hand, basically to assist her up to where he can set her on his shoulder, and places one of her hands on his hair. That way, she can potentially hold on for support as he will walk his route, and that way she can talk to him without having to scramble after him.
Just don't pet his hair, that'll put him to sleep faster.
That's also why he will not sit down. Because above game, that is definitely my kryptonite.
Makes sense. As she perches on his shoulders, she's gonna finally start to talk a little bit. She goes, when I was at the top of the palm tree with Zin, me and him saw something in the forest. It was like really large and it was moving, but we couldn't see what it is. And then she's going to point to the mountains. And it looks like we'll have to take lots of breaks up there because that did not seem like a very fun or easy route to go.
Mhm.
Probably already knew that.
Mountainous terrain tends to not be a fun travel.
He would say in response, but he would take note of which direction you pointed when you were talking about the thing, and he will tip, during his watch, kind of pay special attention in that general direction, even though, he seems to be obviously mentally occupied. Eventually, he kind of gives up on trying to actually keep watch, but just kind of keep present. That way, if something happens, he's ready to engage on it and make a lot of noise to wake everybody up should, something unpleasant occur. But during this, every once in a while, whenever he kind of posts up, leaning against a palm tree, you see him pull out parchment. He starts writing, and I'm going to whisper in Discord to you what you read on his sheet of paper.
Cool.
As he whispers to you, as you're there, and he's not gonna, dismount you so he can do his creative pursuits. He says there, he goes,
Don't tell anyone, please.
Nyx will nod along to that and stay quiet.
message, and That is what he writes over the course of the next couple of hours while we are patrolling.
Try and roll to see if, like, even though it's kind of obvious, it might be obvious. I just want to make sure without assuming anything first. Can I try and figure out who this is about? Would that be insight?
It would be insight, but I'm going to say it's a DC 8.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really hard to misread this one,
Okay.
especially with that DC 8.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Okay.
Welcome, Sirik.
Thank you. Have you guys already had your break?
No.
No.
Okay. Launch.
That's basically what he's been working on after, his brain kind of shorted out and he realized that he's not going to be very productive at all during the watch otherwise. Mr. DM, you can read it yourself as well.
Wonderful.
Nix is going to read it and then sort of like side-eye William and then read it again and then side-eye.
And he just kind of raises a finger to his lips.
Nix will nod at that. But she will whisper to you and say, I don't think she thinks you're very unworthy. And she'll leave it at that.
He kind of sits there and purses his lips, opens his mouth to say something, and then closes it again. And opens it again, and then closes it again. And then just...
In response to that, Nix will copy what you did and put a finger to her lips in the quiet. Sit
And
with
that
it.
gets a...
Fair enough.
And as you're writing, she'll just be looking around, keeping watch.
And with that, was there anything else you wanted to accomplish on your guys' watch?
I think Nix is good.
William?
Well, I figure it's enough time. He probably is going to knock out a second one. So this one yeah. He's yeah, he writes down this one.
Can I read that? Oh, yay!
Dude, these are awesome, William.
You are quite the poet, my friend. Nix says that in character.
There's a little bit of a reddening to his ear. That's about... Actually, you know what? I'll let the dice decide.
Ooh.
didn't mean to have the plus on there. Yeah, no, there's just a little tinging of red to the ear in response to that as he kind of clears his throat. He goes,
Every once in a while, man has to get the words out of his mind and onto paper.
We can always appreciate someone who knows how to process their emotions instead of bottling them in.
Well, we saw what happened last time I practiced the art of bottling.
he gets like 1,000-yard stare when he says that.
Oh no.
I do believe that that would be the end of our watch, unless something else goes on before.
No, nothing.
A little too quiet.
You hear just the trickle of the river, the babbling of the hush of the river as it continues running through. Nothing sticks out. the feel
What's
of
up, Bubba?
weight of sleep in your eyes grows very heavy. But you've made it through your watch. Second watch is Ren and Sarek. Before we do that though, let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break. Be back here in 10 minutes, guys. Alright, see you guys soon.
Okie dokie. I messaged you, John. It's the type of idea I was having.
Are we back?
Yep.
I'm here.
Fantastic.
I'm back.
I DM'd you the thing, John.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm willing to fucking
I'm
use
here
yours,
too.
Billy. Yeah, I'm willing to use
I don't
yours.
know,
Yours is way
busy
better.
at the moment, but I'll be
Do you
listening.
want to? It's up to you.
I mean, have you read it? It's fucking broken, mate. It's utterly broken.
I know. It's your call.
I mean, I would prefer to use mine.
Then let's do it. So I will create that, and then, yeah. However, is everyone back? William, are you here?
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and gather back together to our virtual table. You left off just as the first shift of your rest came to a close. William and Nyx kept quiet watch beneath the desert's rising sun, with William writing upon parchment that he gathered from Vandal, as Vandal remained tinkering upon various objects and soldering, and the watch came to a close without issue. No threats revealed themselves, just a soft rustle of palm fronds, the lapping of the water at the edge of your camp, and the feeling of reprieve, which is unsettling in and of itself, given what has happened, what has befallen you so far on this journey. However, the promise of the World Pillar Mountains just at your grasp seems to pull your hearts closer. And with that, first watch has come to a close. William, Nyx, please roleplay and take over as it is now your job to wake the next watch, Sarek and Ren.
William would head over to wherever they may be found resting, if they're in tents or whatnot. He would deposit Nyx in range to go roust Ren, because, propriety and everything. Meanwhile, he heads over to Sarek and would kneel down. Would Sarek be in a tent, or is he resting on a wagon, resting under a tree? What's he doing for his rest?
Sarek has been in a trance state outside of the tent, next to this tall palm tree.
All right, so William would kind of come over, and always a little envious of the fact that elves don't need nearly as much rest as the other races. He would kind of watch you for a moment, just appreciating the nature of the rest trance. for, stepping towards to your side and reaching down and putting a hand on your shoulder and giving the gentlest of shakes as he
Zarek, brother, it is time for your turn at watch.
Sarek takes a deep breath in with his inhale through his nose. I clap my hands, which we're holding outward, one on the left, one on the right. I then clap my hands together and push myself up off the ground. Thank you, kindly.
There's a little bit of a grin.
Which way shall I, Which way shall I go? Ren is with me, yes?
I believe so, but I'm not sure exactly if you wish to post yourselves on opposite ends or whatnot, but I do know that Nyx and Zin, while they were doing a quick reconnoiter earlier before the shifts began, apparently noticed something off in...
And he gestures in the direction that Nyx had said it was.
In that direction, so definitely keep that region in your care, but however you wish to divide the duties will be between yourself and Ren.
Yes. Where's Ren?
He turns and...
I have my head up and I'm looking for Ren. Ah. And are you literally right next to me, Red?
A little farther. Like, hold on, let me zoom in.
Like, off into the bushes type thing?
I thought Nyx was supposed to wake me up. Nyx?
Oh.
I think I would like to.
Sure you were. Yeah, I'm closer to the bushes.
Okay. Can I get an arrow drawn on the map which direction you were pointing?
Me?
I don't know if it's in Mr. DM, which way would it be in reference to our little camp here? The thing that Nick saw.
On the map that you guys are currently on, it'd be to your right. So in towards the jungle.
Crap. Near me?
Okay.
But like,
I mean, it's
deeper.
a long
It's in
way,
there.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
deep in the jungle.
When we saw trees swaying, and we could just see that.
Correct.
You know, like, if something's big enough to move that whole group of trees, it's
That's
big.
concerning.
Yeah.
And we're next to this body of water?
Correct.
Is it, based on what we're looking at here, is this a large body of water to cross over?
Not too large, no. It's a trickling, babbling stream.
Have we thought about going to the other side? Or are we going to stare whatever this is in its eyes?
William kind of sits there and goes,
Well, it was apparently a great distance away, but still, I did not see it myself, so I felt it prudent to just keep alert, just in case.
Okay. Sarek is going to begin to look into the jungle a little bit and try and scout out another tree and try and get some height. Ren, as I don't remember if you're waking up, Ren, sorry.
Yeah. Nick spots Ren and goes up and she crouches by her head and Nyx is taking her paw and kind of like pushing on your cheek. And I'm like, wakey, 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 wakey. As I'm pushing on your cheek.
hold the phone. Which you're holding her face with both paws and then using a different paw to stroke her face?
No. So I'm
Okay.
scratched by your head, and I'm just taking my paw and I'm lightly pushing on your cheek.
Gotcha. I thought you were using your foot to touch her face.
That would have been epic, right?
Cannon.
No.
Oh,
Just
I want
wanted to
that
make
be
sure.
so.
Just
No, she's using all four and she's bouncing on her tail.
exactly. Very true. Sounds like something she would do.
How dare you? I'm not that.
Yeah, you didn't even know what to say because it was true. Anyway. Yeah. Ren's waking up.
Even as you're waking up, she's still lightly pushing on your face until she knows that you're fully awake.
Ren stretches up, or not up, but she stretches her arms out and then feels the pressure on her face and immediately frowns and opens her eyes like, what the heck is happening?
And she's just gonna keep
Adorable
going.
little mouse.
Wakey, wakey.
Can't be mad at that.
Nix, I'm pretty sure I'm awake now. You can remove your foot from my face.
Are you sure about that?
My foot. What? And then she's gonna look at her paws. What?
Cool. Good
That's
luck in that, kid.
Technically. Is that above game or?
Oh, that was totally above game.
Oh no!
It's canon now.
It's canon.
All right, fine. There's a quiet scoff.
Phrases.
Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. Back in character. She's still laying down, but she tries to look over to where she heard William. Not racist. It is relevant to her species. So, and then I turn and look back at Nyx. I apologize if that offended you. I meant no harm. I just simply realized, you have 4 paws, and some are on the ground and some are sometimes not on the ground. So I just wanted to double check. That's all. And then she sits up slowly, stretches some more. No offense, Nyx.
Sarek's gonna walk. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
You can respond. Go ahead.
Nyx just flexes her paws and then looks at Ren, and she's going to hug herself and go, "It's your turn to watch." And then she walks away.
Aww.
William pats her on the head, and then Scissor nods to the wagon and goes,
All right, little one. Let's get you to bed.
Ren, are you in a tent? Sorry, I forgot what you were like in.
Just in the dirt.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm gonna use
Sarek,
inspiration on that, by the way.
As Sarek is looking around for Ren, spots Ren and Nyx. Nyx.
I'm gonna use
waking
another
her up.
inspiration.
I'm gonna walk over
Hold
and
it.
I'm gonna reach my hand out and I'm gonna lend it out to help Ren get to her feet.
I'll take your hand. Thank you so very much. I do appreciate a gentleman. I thank you, sir. And then she kind of pulls you down in the process of pulling herself up.
"Oh
And-
my!"
Wait, I would like to roll a strength roll against that.
No, can I roll strength too?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, strength
off.
against strength. Yep.
Is it a save?
It would be
raw strength, right?
your raw strength against his strength save.
Okay. Oh, I don't know about this.
His dice liked him.
For real.
Yeah, you begin to pull him down. However, you feel him dig into the dirt a little bit and resist your pull, Ren.
Okay.
But go ahead, carry on.
Her grip on your hand is kind of tight, though, so not crushing your hand. Can I roll strength again?
What?
Sure.
Is that okay? Yay!
So is this just like another like grip strength type thing on my
Do
hand?
it!
What are you trying to do?
Roll low, Sarek.
She's just trying to
Are you
squeeze his
trying to
hand to
pull-
assert dominance.
So I'm resisting her pull, but now we're gonna roll to see if she squeezes my hand. As we're just playing that out.
Yeah, she's just trying to establish dominance.
No!
Oh, don't hurt me! Don't hurt me!
Dominance established.
Got him! Got him!
Okay. So yeah, as you are helping Ren up, she grabs hold of your hand a little too hard. Not crushing it, but you definitely feel that her strength is a little bit more than what she actually appears to be. However, when she's not trying to pull you down, she's trying to lift herself up. But you feel a little bit of heft to her frame that is a little bit deceiving comparing to how she actually looks.
So as I plant my feet and I gain my stature as I'm pulling you up and not allowing you to pull me down, I felt it. As in, like, I don't know, you're trying to throw me down and take my place, right? Ha, gotcha type thing is what I'm thinking. And so I then feel you squeeze my hand at the same time, and I'm like, in my head, I go, oh, that loot strength. Holy shit. And as you're standing up, oh, goodness, quite a grip there. And I sling my hand out of your hand, and I grab it with my other hand, and I'm like, you see me shaking it a little bit? Quite the grip, Ren.
No offense. Sorry about that.
It's keen that we appear to be on the same watches more recently.
This is true.
It's been a pleasure getting to know you along this journey.
I second that.
Right then, Sarek, I need you to roll a con save for me.
Okay. Alright, so as I'm rolling this con save, I'll talk it out, whatever happens here.
Hell yeah, we take those.
Very nice. Yeah, you feel this sudden surge of energy begin to try to almost like a vacuum pulling you up. However, you resist that strange sensation, but you feel the effects coming from your behind you, and as you turn around, you see Vandal looking directly at you, right hand out, and he has a gauntlet on his hand now, and you see these sigils expelling forth from his palm, from the gauntleted palm, and you see a couple gems placed on the arm, on the forearm of the gauntlet itself, and they have sprung to life. You feel the effects fade over you as the gems begin to subside. He looks at the gauntlet. Go ahead, take it away.
So I sort of scratch my head and just like, sort of sigh a little bit and just sort of, skulker away a little bit. Like, the whole, Whistles away. He just away casually.
Okay, so I'm mid attempted conversation to try and talk Ren into which direction or what information was passed on from the previous watch, and I feel this tug behind me, is what we're saying?
And you would know that it's coming
pressure.
from Vandal. Exactly.
Okay, so I look over my shoulder very quickly as it catches, obviously, my attention, and I haven't felt this before. And I see Vandal. Does he have his hand and palm pointed out at me?
Oh, yeah.
Full on Iron Man style.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
So I look back and I'm like, and I actually turn all the way around now, no longer my back. And
Dude,
Vandal's
bro, what the
trying
fuck?
to now ignore what just happened. Vandal, what was that?
Apparently nothing. Carry on.
No. What was that? And I start walking towards Vandal. And I reach for his hand, and I'm trying to get another look at whatever the hell this gauntlet is.
At this point, I've already taken it off, and I'm sort of like, holding it out to you. I'm like, you can try it out if you want. It seems to not work with me.
What was it supposed to do? I felt something.
Try it on, Bren. See if it works.
Me?
I'm not trying nothing you create. I've seen your contraptions. And I throw it back into his chest. Cool though. Very cool. And I walk away. Shiny. You hear over the top of my breath as I'm walking away.
Well, am I nearby?
No, it's diversity.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, sorry, I missed your message.
Happened right in front of you.
Fucking
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
not paying attention.
Always supporting local businesses and entrepreneurs. I would say I'll give it a. She's kind of nervous now. I'll give it a try. And she nervously holds out her hand.
So as they're doing that, Ren, I'm gonna get a jump on this jungle situation. If you want to either come with me, I'm gonna go to a higher vantage point. Otherwise, you can take another direction.
Oh.
I'm gonna head this way.
Yes, I will be right there. And I kind of look after the direction that he's going in. And I'm going to turn back to Vandal and look confused. So exactly how do I wear this? What is it for? What does it do? And am I going to fall asleep as a result of me wearing it?
At this point, my face would go pale. I'll be like, do you want to try it? And I'm like, literally, I'm sort of holding it one hand ready to run with the legs ready to go.
Okay. Can I... Is it very obvious that you're looking to run, or should I
I'm
roll?
looking very, 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 very nervous right now.
Because it's you.
Mm-hmm.
Do I give her a weapon of mass destruction?
Huh. Okay. So she's like making all of these noises as if deep in thought.
I just say to her, try the glove out
Snoopy.
and just sort of, look at a tree and try and
Come here,
punch it where
Bubba.
you're standing.
Oh.
Oh, you're trying to get some
Okay.
water?
And these
No, I was talking
are...
to Snoopy.
How does she wear them? Sorry.
It's a
Okay.
glove, like,
Glove?
yeah, it's like a glove.
Wonderful. So she's going to... And please let me know if I'm able to do this. This is what she's trying to do. She's going to try to slide... Is it one glove or two?
At the moment, one.
Okay. She's going to try to slide the glove on, and the hand that does not have a glove on it grab hold of Vandal's shirt so he doesn't run away too far while she tries it out. Am I able to do that in one smooth motion?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay. So that's what Ren does. She slides the glove on kind of cautiously, and as soon as it fits onto her hand, and it feels actually kind of nice, she's gonna reach over and grab hold of Vandal's shirt, and then like relax her hand so it doesn't feel as threatening, and like just put her hand on his shoulder, and then turn them both so that they're facing a small tree towards the forest, and just throw out a punch towards the tree. Nothing happened. Do I roll like unarmed strike or anything?
Roll an unarmed strike, yeah.
Okay. Oh my. 21.
Yeah, you watch as you're doing this against a boulder, you said?
Tree.
No, like a small tree.
Oh, sorry, a tree. Okay, so as you do that, you watch as the tree, almost like a gust of strong, focused wind, expels forth and slams into the tree. You watch as all of the leaves scatter off and get pushed away, and you watch as the tree itself bends in response to whatever energy pulse that you had utilized.
Oh.
For a quick moment, as you looked at the gauntlet, you watch as a sigil had appeared directly in front of the gauntlet and in front of your fist, and then the two gems that are placed within the arm band, where the gauntlet covers the forearm, light up and then fizzle out.
And with seeing that display, Ren is going to quickly and shocked look at her hand, look at Vandal, and then her hand again, and then Vandal. What is this, sir?
Do you want the long technical term or the short version?
I guess the short version for now. Maybe, when we're traveling, you can explain the long one to me.
It is a magical grabometrical system that binds the force of the weave around your hand and allows you to push, pull, lift, throw. And as you just demonstrated, punch as well.
How very interesting. I think I'll keep it. Thank you so much, Vandal. You were thinking of me. I knew we were becoming friends. I felt it the last time that we were together, and how you worked with me during the last battle. It just really cemented everything in my mind that we were going to be wonderful together. And even though you're just a little bit shorter than me, that's okay. I have friends of all sizes. It means nothing to me. I mean, look at Nyx. She's adorable. But I want to thank you once again for this wonderful gift. And she's like shaking her hand that has a glove on it, and not really sure. Like, she's not even paying attention to the fact that she's shaking the wrong hand, because she still has her other hand on your shoulder. But yes, thank you so very much, Vandal. This is a wonderful gift, a gift only a friend would give another friend, and I really believe we're friends, so it's solid. It's a fact, and I appreciate you, and I hope you have a lovely well, it's not really evening, but it is evening to us because we've been traveling during the night, so this would be evening. So good evening, sir, and I wish you a good night. Get some rest. I think you might have watch after me, so I will be sure to wake you up just in case you do. But even if you don't, you'll be able to fall back asleep, I believe. I'm sure that there's something that you have or concocted somewhere that you can, like a sleeping aid of some sort that will make you fall back asleep. I'm pretty... Oh, wait a minute. And she looks around. I think I'm supposed to be doing... Oh, I must go. Thank you again for the gift, friend. I will see you later. And then she kind of storms off in the direction where Sarek went, but not really. Could she see him at this point?
Roll a perception check.
Aw, dang it.
Also, in the back of my mind right now, Vandal will be like, we're all doomed. We are so doomed.
Perception. Uh-oh.
Vandal, I should have said that. I should not have said that.
Yeah, you do. You see him.
Okay, good. I was worried. Okay, and then she will storm off in that direction.
Storm off. I like it. At this point, it's about 1 o'clock.
You see Sarah walking up to one tree, grabbing it with both hands, feeling how it feels to scale a little bit, climbs up a very small part of it.
Roll an athletics check.
Looking at another tree, seeing if there's more of an angle to a tree, etc. Realizing that these trees look like they're pretty easy to climb with the notches they provide being palm trees.
Mm-hmm.
Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And then,
that's cool.
Ren, go ahead and roll. Oh, Sarek, as you begin to
Run straight
try
into
to
the tree.
scale the tree, unfortunately, it's fresh. The tree is fresh, and portions of the exterior, what would be the palms of the tree itself, begin to break off. Yeah, the bark begin to break off, and
Okay.
underneath the very soft, fleshy interior makes it hard to scale.
Okay, you hear
John, is that okay, by the way,
Sarek-
for the info?
That's fine. Yep.
You hear Sarek verbally get slightly frustrated. What is this? Because I don't think I've been around palm trees. I'll just say I haven't been around palm trees.
Are you okay?
Yeah, this looks very easy to scale, but I'm having some issues here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's another one right there. I'm gonna try that one. I'm gonna head over
Well,
to
how about
another
I
tree.
try?
Oh.
She is going to attempt to climb the very same tree that you just climbed.
Hell yeah.
Um,
I stand
well-
back and I put my hands on my hips in fists.
Question, Vandal. If she claps her hands together, does anything bad happen?
Sonic boom!
Right. Or DM.
No.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
The intent has to be there. Okay.
Exactly.
Just wanted to make sure. Ooh.
I'm gonna be
Alright.
thoroughly impressed if Ren climbs this tree right in front of me.
Thank you, Vandal. All right, so she claps her hands together, rubs them, throws her hands to her side, and she kind of goes for a little bit of a jog to up to the tree before hopping up to grab it, and bam!
Very
a
nice, yeah.
22.
You scale it easily.
As Sarek is hands on hips, watching.
Aren't you part elf?
Yeah, that's why I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing right now. Because you're human, right?
No, she's something else.
Oh, okay.
guys
Human like?
don't
She sure is. She sure is.
Human
Yes.
sized.
Human like.
Human size, yeah.
So I'm. Oh my. Ren, that is quite impressive.
Thank
And
you.
I'm looking up now, watching her scale. Okay, you clearly have this tree. Well done, well done.
Thank you. Everything okay? Do you want to try another tree? I can get down from here.
No, please. Stay up there. And you see Sarek doing push waves towards her. Stay up there.
Okay. I will stay here, and you just let me know. I mean, should I stay up here the whole time? I don't think I should. I think we're supposed to patrol, like walk around and make sure the whole camp is safe, but I don't. I mean, I can see pretty far from here, and then she looks out and away. Does she see anything?
Does anything appear amiss?
Give me a perception check.
Let's
Ooh,
see.
let's
And she's scanning the area.
And
Left to
Sarek
right.
at this time is putting his. He's gonna lean down and get closer to the ground and appear to put his ear to the floor and paying attention to vibrations and what the earth is providing.
Perfect. Give me a perception check.
Whoa.
When our powers combine.
Man. Very nice. Very nice rolls, guys.
You see Sarek grazing, lightly touching the ground as if it's something subtle and innocent by touch. Taking it in.
You give a glance eastward where the desert horizon gives way to the patches of distant green. Ren.
Okay. Is anything amiss?
You see a desert antelope grazing off in the distance. Nothing amiss.
Okay. Looks good from here, Sarek.
Sarek halfway here, sir, as he's closing his eyes and concentrating.
She is oblivious to you concentrating.
If nothing comes from this, that's fine, by the way.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm just seeing if my perception resulted in anything, if I'm noticing there's rumbles or anything like that.
Yeah, as you lower your head, Sarek, and you lower your hand, you lower your body, and you begin to try to breathe with the earth, feeling every bit of the slightest movement, ripples throughout the land. There is a very distant vibration. Faint. Rhythmic.
Does it appear out of normalcy to me? Because I'm coming from being a master hunter, and my background is focusing on turning that into being a monster hunter.
Give me a survival check with advantage.
Okay. Survival. Big rolls, come on. Ooh, let's go.
22, nice.
Why can't we roll like this when we're fighting?
I brought the dice to the table. I'm trying to identify, I guess, if this is, when you say rhythmic, the beat of a drum, or the stomping of some type of large creature.
Yeah. You, as your head is lowered to the ground, to the hot ground, you feel the 3 beats, silence, 3 beats, like something walking.
That's the pattern. 3 beats.
Yep.
Can
Yep.
you give an
3
example?
beats. Do, 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 do. But deep, deep. And you've heard a tale of
The what
with
now?
that survival check. You've
Yes.
heard tale of something called the Sleeper Beneath. A burrowing beast, and something that has been said to create vast chasms, vast sinkholes, and to swallow entire caravans without a trace. A massive worm that burrows beneath the ground. And in the tales, in your travels, and then in your studies, Sarek, it is said to be signified by these rhythmic rumblings.
And he only feels that because it's a vibration?
Correct.
Okay, so I still see absolutely nothing.
Correct.
Okay.
What did you say the tail of it was? Sorry.
The Sleeper Beneath.
Okay, so I go from a concentrated fixation to my eyes widen, and I immediately jump up. Red, get down!
Yeah?
Get down from there right now.
Like,
We could potentially
you
be in danger.
want me to climb down?
Yes,
And she's
please.
still full volume talking. Is something the matter?
Shh, Ren, just get down now.
Oh, okay. She starts her descent down the tree. And when she hits the floor, she's gonna crouch down next to Sarek. What's going on?
Could you not hear any of that? And I take a second. The ground, it moves. It is very possible what we're dealing with here is something of tales I have heard previously. Rumors. This is a
Are you
large
speaking
worm
in-
beast.
I
Sarek,
thought you were
whisper
telling me
you.
a rhyme of some sort, like from your childhood. So what is it? What does it do? What should we expect?
I'm not entirely sure, to tell you the truth. I've only heard tales. Literally caravans being swallowed whole with no trace to be seen. I cannot confirm this. It's only been something, of course, as I've said, rumored.
Oh,
I
and then
just,
she
I
grows
just have this
concerned.
feeling. I have this feeling we're in the midst of something greater than I think we can deal with currently. I don't think it's smart that we go anywhere near that direction.
Okay. What should we do?
I think we should warn the others. It
I
might be
agree.
worthy for us to relocate potentially, or there's a possibility that we just stay safe here. Try not to make too much movement.
I see. Yes, let's go. Let's go wake the others, and even though they're tired, I'm sure they'll understand. It's dangerous.
I'm just worried this beast, shall we say, could very easily track us. This is its native land. That's the only thing that worries me.
That's an excellent point. Tell me more. What are these stories you've heard?
Come, we can decide of the stories later. I think we should let the party know at least.
You're right. Let's go. So I'm gonna just nod and trail behind him, kind of watching our, like, constantly looking back.
What are you guys doing?
We're walking back to the camp.
We are beginning to walk back towards the camp. Not hastily, just, light-footed.
Okay.
I don't think we're worried. I don't feel worried, but, I'm more
Cece?
or
I mean,
less...
Cece. Ren feels worried.
That's okay.
She is
I want you
concerned.
to feel worried. Me, though, on the other hand, I'm outside of game more to my feelings internally. I more or less want to make sure that our entire party is aware.
Got it. So we are walking back to warn.
Is it, unless, and I stopped Ren for a second, unless you want to maintain your post, I can relay the information.
You're right.
seen
We
the way
should
you
watch
climbed
what this
that.
thing does.
I've seen the way you climbed that tree.
Oh, that was. Yes, I will go maintain a. Well, I'll try to obtain a visual, and see if I can track whatever is traveling. And if this folklore is real, then I will immediately run back to our camp. So with that, she is going to turn and, as quietly as possible, run back up the tree. Not climb, run up the tree. Ah!
Oh, wow. Straight up, literally Naruto style, running up a tree.
Yes.
She literally did. Hey, Sarek, if you want to, I sent you a story.
Can she do that?
Yeah, she can.
Holy moly.
She's
Now, what
amazing.
creature is she? Now I gotta know what is she?
You'll just have to ask and find out if she's feeling like talking that day.
She feels like talking every day.
Exactly.
I know.
That's beautiful.
All she does is talk.
That's the beauty of it.
Good night. I'm kidding.
Oh, it is totally good. You guys don't realize she wants to share with you. She wants to know your intimate details and share her own. That probably sounded a little weird, but
Ren's a little weird. It's okay.
also true.
Maybe she's part spider. Yeah, like the Spider-Man walk.
That's awesome, Mia. So, Sarek, what are you doing as Ren is now back up the tree and you are back toward the rest of the party? You're still mid-watch.
Yes, I'm going to. Based on. Okay. Based on the folk tales or rumors that I've heard regarding this, and not personally seeing. Well. I'll get back to that part.
Okay.
But I'm just I'm heading back towards the camp. How long has it been since we've been out? It hasn't been too long, right? Because we just started.
Right. So it'd be about an hour at
Okay.
this point into your 3-hour shift.
Got it. Okay. Who's first shift? I think Zen.
No, it was William and Nyx.
William and Nyx. Okay. Okay. So I'm heading back, and the first person I'd like to look for is Zen.
Okay. You find him sleeping. You were in the dirt as well, right, Zen?
No, I'm sleeping in a bush.
Oh, in a bush. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you look through the camp and you come along a pretty big bush that has been essentially split in half, and Zin curled up in a very strange position, but on his back fully stretched out. And go ahead.
Zin's just in the bush snoring.
As I walk up to it, I start to begin to feel somewhat guilty of having to wake up someone regarding the information, and I start to rethink my process, and I want to allow. I start to feel selfishness come over me in regards to relaying and waking my sleeping party members. And I question waking up as I'm looking around, and it just seems peaceful currently right now. And so I shoulder the information that I have, and I look back towards where I came from, and I'm in current contemplation, and I close my eyes. How far away is Ren, by the way? Would you say?
Maybe
Wrong person.
20, 25 feet.
Oh. Delete? Or is that supposed to go to someone specific?
That's Ren.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
I just, yeah. It's just what she's experiencing as she's in the tree.
Oh.
On that note, I'm gonna kind of just pause my want to do anything currently. I'm actually gonna run and use the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
You're good.
I'll be right back.
So then I'll just respond as Zin. Gosh dang it, Zin. Why'd you have to type right above the DM? As Zin sees these bugs. As Ren sees these bugs disintegrate, she looks at her hand. She used her gloved hand. She looks at her gloved hand and starts to think that any gesture will kill whatever it touches or moves away in a slightly aggressive manner.
Okay.
Focus, Ren, focus. And then she starts looking back out to try to scan for whatever this creature is. Can I roll another perception?
Yes, you may.
Sweet, dude. Why do I have such good rolls today? And then next roll is going to be a 1. I said that.
As you look out, nothing. At this point, the sun is high in the sky. bearing down on you. Even though you're near this river, it's still a bit hot, and the air is still, and there's nothing that you spot. You do see a you see something glint in the branches above you. A lantern beetle drifts down, and it lands on your shoulder with no more weight than a whisper. Its glowing belly pulses faintly. And then it lifts away, joining two others above the river, circling lazily, but nothing out of the ordinary.
I'm back.
Okay. She is straining, like squinting her eyes, straining to try to see anything moving, any disturbance in the trees, or listening to anything that might make a sound. So she's concentrating pretty hard here.
Yeah, there's nothing. Sarek, you're still standing over Zin. What are you doing?
So I once again I go into contemplation of waking Zin up, realizing that I want to let my party members rest. And I'm actually gonna start walking back towards Ren. Sorry.
Okay.
And that's it. I'm just gonna head her way, light-footedly.
All right, you make it back, and
Have you seen anything, Ren?
Nothing. I haven't seen anything. I haven't heard anything. I haven't smelled anything. There's nothing. Are you sure you heard something or sensed it?
Oh, there's definitely something out there. And you see, sorry, pardon me. And you see Sarek look out into the distance. I don't want to find out, truthfully. I think we're safe as long as we stay where we are.
Okay.
I think you're doing a great job, and I give her a thumbs up as I'm looking at her.
Why, thank you. I'll continue to stay up here unless you think it's necessary for me to come down.
Do you feel comfortable? Are you comfortable?
There's weird bugs that I might have accidentally killed. But other than that, everything is fine up here.
I guess my next question is, do you want to stay up there? Do you want to look somewhere else? You tell me.
I have an idea. How about I'll stay up here, that way I can see farther, and then you walk around the camp and make sure there's nothing there. And if either of us hears, sees, or smells anything that is off, we will yell for one another.
I go, I think that's a great idea. How about a whistle? A whistle.
I don't know how to whistle. And then she looks down.
With that voice I've heard? No.
It's a skill, really. It's a skill. It's not, everyone doesn't know how to whistle. It's common.
Ren, come on, Ren. And you see, put your lips like this, and you see Sarek doing like a O shape with his mouth. and I definitely don't whistle the first time, and I go. Okay. Okay, maybe it's not as easy as I remember. And you see me lick my lips. Oh yeah. See. Come on.
Okay.
Let me hear it.
Okay. Um, it's not working.
Sarek folds his hands over his chest and puts his one hand to his chin. In the thinking emoji face. Okay. Maybe we save this exercise for another time.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not the greatest teacher.
I'll keep practicing, but I'll mimic a whistle. I know what it sounds like.
You could play a song. No, never mind. We'll save that for campfire time.
She kind of looks down at the fact that you offered a song and she has no lute.
Wait, what happened?
She smashed it.
Okay, I missed that part. Shit. Okay. All right. So I still say that, and then I go, oh, that's right. We need to get you another lute.
It's okay. I'll make another one, or I will have Vandal fashion me one. I am positive he knows how to make a lute. It should be quite simple. I mean, he made this glove and it's pretty effective. I've decimated some beetles, but I also decimated a tree. It's quite wonderful. Did you see it earlier?
No. How did I miss that?
Oh, well, it actually makes sense because the tree is no longer, so you wouldn't have seen it after the punch. But yes, apparently my musical skills have allowed me to gain magical fighting punch
this glove?
stuff.
That glove?
Yes.
And you still have it on right now, right?
Yes.
Oh.
She kind of holds her hand out like she's modeling a ring on her finger.
Oh! Careful where you swinging that thing.
Oh,
you see
you're
me
right.
put my
You're
hands
right.
over my face like I'm blocking sunlight.
You are right. My apologies. It is a dangerous weapon, I have found out.
And you see me start to take a couple steps back. Yes, keep learning how to use that thing.
I shall.
I'm gonna take your advice. I'll be over here near the camp. Please, yell out, whistle out, call out. I'll be there. And then I say, please be safe, Red. I'll be right here.
You
and I
the
start to
same.
head back.
Okay, I will keep watch. And as you're walking away, she's still talking. I'll make sure everything is okay, and I will sing that song that you mentioned. I'll be there, and I'll do it as loud as I can. Okay, you all right? Okay, and then she starts waving
you
her
just see
hand, like saying
bushes.
bye to you.
You
That
just
is-
see trail of like ruffled bushes as I'm like walking through the little jungle parts back towards
She's
the
still
camp.
talking to. Still talking to the rustling bushes, and she waves her hand that's gloved, and remembers that it's a dangerous hand now because of the glove, and pulls it back and kind of holds it as if she's nursing her arm. I've got to be careful with this thing. Okay, time to pay attention. Where is this horrible beast that he was talking about? And she starts looking frantically left and right. How much time has passed now?
As you continue, guys, keeping to watch out, your shift continues to pass on, and you don't really see anything. You see a desert fox dart into some bushes off in the distance, but nothing really comes about. Was there anything that you guys wanted to discuss personally before your shift ends?
I can't. Are we knowingly, are we good on rations and stuff like that? I forget what our situation was with that. Actually, sorry.
You guys had
I
2
forgot.
weeks. Go ahead, Solus.
Sorry, even without any rations prepared, Solus has good berries, so we don't
Good
have to worry
berries,
about
okay.
food. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the thought of me wanting to hunt if I see things is, it just pops up in
if
the
you want
forefront,
to.
like a change of taste or something.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I think naturally, as the hunter within me, if I see said desert fox or a fawn or anything in the near bushes as I'm walking around and slowly creeping around, I'm going to pull my arrow out, or my bow and arrow out, and attempt to hunt it. That's about it.
Okay. Unfortunately,
My skills keen. And
yeah. Unfortunately, given the movement of the party, the conversation that you and Ren were having, and the shifting of the Sandstriders, nothing really comes near. But your shift comes to a close with no issue. At this point, shift 3, it is time for Mia and Vandal. And Vandal, you need to roll another Constitution saving throw. And as shift 3 begins to come about, with Sarek and Ren moving to exchange shifts, and the strange rhythmic sound of whatever Sarek heard, thinking that it was this large worm creature, burrowing worm creature, still hanging over.
I could be wrong, by the way.
You could. We'll see. The sun beating down now.
Is it Shai-Hulud?
I'm sorry?
I was making reference to the sandworms of Dune.
Oh, yeah. We'll see. We will see. What holds for our party? What will happen? We will find out next time on Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
On the whispering sands of fate.
The sands of fate.
No, the D&D series we're actually playing is the Whispering Sands of Fate, but the series we're animating is the Sands of Fate, right?
Sands of fate.
Yes.
I was just going with the song, right? Doesn't it say whispering, or am I?
It does.
Yeah, in the
It
intro
does say
song,
whispering, yep.
the Whispering Sands of Fate.
I love how at the end it like has that like a little pause moment of the whispering sands of fate. It just like seals it.
Yeah. On that note, Zin,
Yes,
would you share the picture of what we are looking at as possibly for the title screen?
Oh.
Yes.
Where are we
For
getting this?
This is just what me and John have been working over the past week.
What
generating. Say again?
What channel or what chat or?
I'll share my screen in just a minute.
Screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Which, might I add, they've been working on every night.
Every night. Every night.
till like 3 in the
nonstop.
morning, man.
Yeah, I was up until like 3 or something in the morning last night. I couldn't help myself. I was just like, next image. I gotta
Dude,
do
right?
this next. It just, but it's
Don's over here
Inspiration
waking me up,
strikes.
like, look at
dude.
this.
Yes, exactly. So, let me share my screen.
Okay. Do we end the night with the intro song too, or is that too
We
much?
can. Oh no, dude. I don't think it's too much at all. Check it out, guys.
Can watch. Hey, it's Nadia.
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
That's
so
really
cute.
cool.
I like it.
We've been doing
Where'd you post it?
a whole lot.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Show that one. Show that one, Zin. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh. Just incredible. She turns around and looks out over the river, and it's just like, and it's, I mean, look at that. It's coming together so well, guys. And I just want to say, like I said, we want your input. Like, this is not just a 2-person job. This is all of us. And so, like, at any point, if you're like, hey, we really, just like, Zin had said, if there's anything that you are wanting to include in on the series, this is just the first episode, but if there's anything that you really want in there, let us know, because we want to make sure that you are heard and your voice is heard, and that, like, this is for you as well. So
You were saying there's plans to do voiceovers and like make it a talking series as well, or?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
If we can, hopefully the goal is to get anybody that wants to voice their character, yes. And what we'll hopefully be able to do is just gain enough samples of your voice and be able to plug it into an AI, so we can just, the AI will sound just like you and speak your lines. We won't have to bug you weekly or whatever, daily. Hey, I need you to say this, or find a recording spot to say this, or what, try and make it to where it's as personal as possible, but as plausible as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys played with that part of it yet?
No, we haven't figured out
No.
audio yet. We haven't done music, and we haven't done voices. I played with like a random voice for like an intro video for the like the first like 30 seconds of the episode, but that was so super rough draft first day that it's not something that I want to table.
Okay.
Soon things will, once we get this first episode done, I think, and we get at least a good minute of animation, probably have a little show and tell and show you guys what we've thrown together so far, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the length of time you guys are shooting for?
A
minute of an episode?
No, I mean, each episode will probably be at least 10 to 15 minutes, maybe even 30.
Yeah, we're trying to go like 24 minutes.
Oh, so like a full-on
show. Full-on.
There's definitely enough content from what we've done thus far to make up a fair amount of episodes just through a webtoon and little animated series.
Can I just show? Can I share this?
Heart.
I put this in the art section as well, but this, I love this picture when you guys went to the or when Nyx had gone to the guard, and the guard did not talk to her, didn't want to talk to her because he didn't like that she was a rat. And then she ends up getting on Zin's shoulders, and both of them flip off the guard.
Yeah.
I thought that was supposed to be a mirror, which is why I made my comment.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot that that we were flipping off a guard together.
Yep.
Best.
I like the way they drew out Nyx. It looks cool.
Yeah. Yep. So it's coming along, guys. So, and for all of you listening in, on our watching the stream online, we want to invite you in. This is upcoming stuff, but we are putting together our animated series for the Whispering Sands of Fate campaign, which will be called Sands of Fate, bringing to life the campaign itself. So bringing it out of the theater of the mind into the theater, into a theater near you. So with that,
Outro?
we want to play our outro. Go ahead and kick it off.
Okay, yeah. Let's see, where do we put that? I thought we were gonna use the. Here, I'll share my screen.
Oh, there it goes. You're good. You're good.
When dreams turn dark and fate comes calling, the dice are cast, the threads are torn, and heroes rise unwilling war. Old gods slumber in buried stone, their names erased, their thrones overthrown. Yet echoes stir in ruin and flame, the threads remember every name. Whisper low, oh shifting sand, oh fireborn steel and weathered hands. In haunted lands where stories break, the threads remember every name. Whisper low, oh shifting sand, oh fireborn steel and weathered hands. In haunted lands where stories break, the party walks for kingdom's sake. Through ash, through storm, through cursed debate, they are the whispering sands of fate. Some came for gold, for power, for pride. Some chased the ghosts they left behind. But oaths are forged in blood and dust, a fountain's cry, a world's last trust. Whisper low, shifting sand, a fireborn steel and weathered hands. In haunted lands where stories break, the threads remember every name. Whisper low, oh shifting sand, a fireborn steel and weathered hands. In haunted lands where stories break, the party walks for kingdom's sake. Through ash, through storm, through cursed debate, they are the whispering sands of fate. So roll the bones and raise your blade. The hour is dark, the debt unpaid. Their stories not yet sealed by gate, they walk the whispering sands of fate. Whisper low, shifting sand, a fireborn steel and weathered hands. In haunted lands where stories break, the threads remember every name. Through ash, through storm, through cursed debate, they are the whispering sands of fate. Roll the bones and raise your blade. The hour is dark, the debt unpaid. Their story's not yet sealed by gate. They walk the whispering sands of fate.
Oh fuck, I love it.
Love it.
The
Thank
part
you.
where
I
like
love it.
the symphony comes in. Oh, it's just so good.
I love it.
It's so good. I really actually like. I know we're going for the cutesy anime, but like the darker anime, like where I come in and I look and like where William has the slash across his face, like all of that looks so awesome. The way Stolas looks and all of that, like it just gives me chills. I love it.
Hmm.
Awesome, my friends. Thank you so much for tonight. Thank you guys just for everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do it in the dark.
And I am excited to see all of it come together, and especially as we are now getting further or closer to the World Pillar Mountains and what is going to be taking place there, and to continue to build upon and flesh out each of your guys' storylines. Hang on, because each of your storylines will be played out.
Hmm.
And the things that I have in store for each of you. Oh, let me tell you, curveball after curveball, my friends. So thank you for allowing me to be part of such a beautiful tapestry that you guys each are weaving.
Thank you for
Thank you.
orchestrating it.
Yes.
So awesome. You guys are all
Thank you
amazing.
guys for making it.
Yeah. Couple weeks off now, right?
Yep. 2 weeks
So,
off.
We'll be meeting
my.
back on the 28th. Right?
Yep.
Cool.
So back on the 5th of next month? Or sorry, the 28th.
No,
of this
no,
month.
the 14th
Yeah, the
off and the
28th.
21st. Yeah, we start on the 28th again.
Yep. Mia and William, is that good for you guys? If they're still here.
I'm still here.
That didn't sound right. We're gonna be the 26th of next month.
No. 26th is a Thursday, honey.
The 28th of next month. I thought it was a Monday because it was your birthday.
No.
Did
We're
you
not
say
doing
26th
next
of
month.
next month?
We're not worrying about next month.
No, this month. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense. Okay.
But were you wanting to do like you did today and use the headphones next week, or you were talking something about that, and I just wanted to figure that out.
Well, I think we should just figure that out in chat.
Yeah.
For
we
now,
can
it's
do
not
that
a
in
big
chat.
deal. Get the days squared away. I think we've did 2 weeks in a row. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna skedoodle. I got a couple things I gotta do around the house. Thank you guys so much. And then
Absolutely.
John, I'm gonna hit you up later. I don't know how late you're gonna be up, but I'm trying to get my last little bit done for that first couple scenes.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, everyone. Well, you guys have a beautiful night.
Good night.
You as well. And if
Well,
anyone wants to
night.
do a journal entry, the thingy's
Oh,
in
yes.
there.
Thank you, Stolas. Thank you for that. Yeah, please do a journal entry.
I'll chime in on my my part of my little bit of background on what just happened.
Cool.
All right, guys. Night.